What is going on, everybody? It's Jessup here, coming to you today with another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video. If you cannot tell by the image on the screen, we are talking about the Raddus. CG has released some new content for the upcoming event that's going to be dropping shortly, and some of the requirements for her. But before we get into this video, please make sure you hit that like, subscribe button. It would be greatly appreciated, and let's move on to our content. So switching over here, they are releasing the Advanced Fleet Mastery Admiral's Maneuver. It is coming out later this week. The Advanced Fleet Mastery is going to unlock the new resistant ship Raddus. Requires specific units from a variety of different eras of the Star Wars timeline to complete the event, and enemies you will face will also be mixed and matched from different eras. I feel like they are doing this because they don't have enough ships for the Resistance, nor do they have enough ships for First Order, so they are pulling from a wide variety of ships, as we're going to talk about here in a minute, and it was quite shocking to see some of these. For both the capital ships, the Raddus and the Finalizer, they're going to be earned through this type of event. You'll need to complete the first 4 tiers with 4, 5, 6, and 7 star ships, and any 4, 5, and 6 or 7 star capital ships are required, respectively, to unlock the featured ships at 4 stars. Once those tiers are completed, you're going to be able to unlock a repeatable event, which is nice. I like the fact that once you unlock it, it's repeatable. You're going to be able to do it as many times as you can, and you're going to be able to get 10 blueprints for each successful completion as you finish your capital ship. Unfortunately, they're only going to be 1 to 2 times a month, so that's going to be a downside. So potentially you might be only get 20 blueprints a month if they keep it at 2 blueprints and you're not able to do more than 1 event unless they have a crystal refresh, which I expect them to have, but not a guarantee. You never know, CG, until you can fully unlock it, right? The frequency may be adjusted as they release more units through this type of event. So I'm curious to see what they mean by this, because I feel like if this leak that I talked about a couple days ago is actually true, they're gonna have they're gonna have Zori Bliss coming out, another character, and her ship. So that's gonna be something to look forward to. If this does stay true and they do come out with more releases like this, maybe we get her at 4 star, get the ship at 4 star, and then go from there. That would be kind of nice. Looking forward. But getting into some of the units required, Rey Millennium's Falcon, kind of a no-brainer, saw that one coming. Resistance X-Wing, also a no-brainer, saw that one coming. Poe Dameron's X-Wing, again, no-brainer. And then we go into the Hounds Tooth, Ebon Hawk, Ahsoka Tano's Starfighter, and Lando's Millennium Falcon. Now, you can look at this and say, maybe, just maybe, if we're really lucky, that the Houndstooth, Ebon Hawk, Ahsoka Tano's Starfighter, and Lando Millennium Falcon are all going to be replaced in the future by Resistance fighter craft or fleet requirements. But that means they're coming out with 4 more ships after they already said that they're not intending to bring out more than a total of 10 First Order and Resistance characters with the new content that was released with the final movie. So I am kind of curious to see what they do with this. It would be really interesting to see how some of these older ships really play into the Resistance and First Order, and to see what comes out of this. Now, this is not the only post we're going to be talking about today. We're going to come back to the forums over here, and we're going to talk about the Mastery event that they also talked about yesterday. So with that, the Galactic Legends are going to be able to manipulate the Mastery stat. The Masteries were introduced with relics, and they want to dive into a little bit more. So they have this chart, right? This chart is awesome. It's a good indicator of what you're actually getting out of each Mastery stat with the type of characters, the attackers, the tanks, the healers, and supports. If you haven't already done so, I'd maybe screenshot this, save it, have it accessible somewhere, so easily accessible, so you can see what the masteries are going to be for each characters. They talk about the masteries can also be manipulated negatively, in which case it negatively impacts the character's associated stats if possible. So, first thing that comes to my mind, we are gearing up all these characters for both First Order and Resistance to get them into relics, and then to find out these galactic legends. I'm assuming going to be Kylo mainly with the negative effects is going to be able to manipulate them and bring them back down to 0 and or negative. Or sorry, can't go negative because it cannot reduce their health below 1, but it could essentially reduce it so far down to maybe all these characters that you just reliced and got them all the way up to relic 5, relic 7, depending on the requirements for the character, to 1 health to be able to one shot almost immediately. Do I think that's going to be possible? No, but it gets you that theory crafting going on how far are you going to be able to manipulate these stats, especially the mastery stats for these relic characters that we're going to be going through, and to see what it's going to do for the rest of the not only Grand Arena but your Squad Arena as well. For those whales and those krakens that are going to be out spending money getting these characters, getting them the relics that are required, and that are going to have Kylo and Rey upon dropping. It's going to be really curious to see what some of these guys can do with Kylo and Rey with these mastery manipulations. But those are the 2 main posts that I'm going to be talking about today in the forum drops. Please make sure, again, if you like the video, you have some ideas, you want to talk about some other things on this video, please make sure you put it in the comments down below and hit that like and subscribe button. Until next time, have a good one.